I thought heroin withdrawals were bad, but that's got nothing on fentanyl. Like, fentanyl literally makes heroin look like cake, like it's nothing.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back in Barstow. We're here with Mercedes. How you doing, Mercedes?
I'm okay.
It's hot out here. It's like 108.
Right, it's very hot. It's supposed to be like one of them like record settings.
Yeah. Mercedes, do you give us permission to use this video on our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I saw Mercedes by the Walmart and she was really thirsty, so I offered her a drink and she agreed to do an interview with us. All right, Mercedes, basically I want to hear her life story. Is that all right?
Yeah.
And let's just go right to the beginning. Where were you born?
I was born in Belleville, Illinois.
Belleville? Mm-hmm. Illinois, all right. What was Belleville like?
It's a lot different than here.
Did you go to high school there?
I technically didn't live in Belleville. Like, I moved to like a small like country town. It literally just had a bar and a church at my great grandma and grandpa's farm.
Yeah.
But I went to like a school in a different town called Freeburg in Freeburg, Illinois. But got expelled my freshman year and went to a BD school in Belleville. BD, behavioral disorder.
Oh, okay. So were you diagnosed with anything growing up?
Yeah, I got like put on medicine at 3 years old, which I don't agree with. But like I have anxiety. Right now, my last evaluation, I had depression, PTSD, and anxiety. But when I was younger, they diagnosed me with bipolar, anxiety, PTSD, or depression. But I got the PTSD diagnosis like 9 years ago when my second husband was charged with attempted murder on me and killing the child I was 8 months pregnant with.
He killed the child?
Oh yeah, I was 8 months pregnant and he attacked me when I was sleeping on the couch.
I'm so sorry, it must have been traumatic.
Yeah, I didn't remember the attack. I even took him back stupidly.
He didn't go to prison?
The DA said I've been through enough and he told me that like, what did I want to happen? And because I didn't remember it, I told him that I didn't want him to go to jail. And then sadly after that, I started remembering everything and regret not.
So he's out free, huh?
Yeah.
How many children do you have?
3. I got a son who's 9. He's with his dad in Illinois, and I got 2 daughters here who are 5 and 3.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 28.
28, you're so young. Okay, let's go back to high school. So you didn't graduate. What kind of student were you?
Well, my grandpa raised me, and my grandma and grandpa raised me, my dad's parents. And when he died a couple days after my 13th birthday, and then my dad, who was still in my life, got sentenced to 10 years, like, then everything like went downhill really bad. But before that, like, my grandpa homeschooled me for a couple years, and like I was way like above like my grade level.
Was there any abuse growing up at all by anybody?
Like when I went, my biological mom decided to like try to fight for custody of me when I was 5, but just to get like money and extra food stamps.
Yeah.
And like at 9 years old, she started giving me pills, and then by 11, she was shooting me up with heroin. But she told me if I told anybody that like I'd be the one to get in trouble. And obviously as I got older, I knew I wouldn't, but I was ashamed because I was already addicted.
Oh, at 11?
And so I did tell my grandma, who I call mom, till I was 21. And I woke her up in the middle of the night and told her.
So you were using since the age of 11?
Yeah.
Was there any period of sobriety between 11 and 28?
Yeah, I had 2 years sober until like 3 years ago when my mom fell down the stairs. My grandma, who I call mom, I was taking care of her the last like 6 months of her life. She was having fog spells and she fell down the stairs and like hit her head and had a very bad brain bleed.
How'd you get clean?
I got pregnant with my last daughter, and every time I got pregnant, I stopped using, so. But like, I got pregnant with her and my other daughter because I had started taking, when I was pregnant with her, instead of doing the heroin, I started taking Suboxone, and at birth, I tested positive for having Suboxone, and because I didn't have a prescription, I had a DCFS case, and then I got pregnant again, so like, I quit everything. I cut everybody off. I moved back to my mom's, and like I cut everybody off. I deleted my Facebook. I changed my phone number, and I just stayed there.
That's how you do it.
My mom helped me.
If there's people watching and they're struggling to gain recovery, what's your advice?
That's a big reason why I wanted to do this. I feel like if just one part of my story can like give somebody hope to keep trying, Like, I don't want this lifestyle. I don't want to do this anymore. It hasn't been fun since I was a teenager. It wasn't even fun then. Like, I don't want to do this. It's just, you know. I thought heroin withdrawals were bad, but that's got nothing on fentanyl. Like, fentanyl literally makes heroin look like cake. Like, it's nothing. Like, the withdrawals are something like, literally, I was in jail for 8 days, like a couple months back, and like, literally, I was still sick on day 8, and like, I was just on my hands and knees, like, in my own throw up, begging for the guards to help me or something. Like, it's just, I've never felt anything like it. It's,
wow. What is heroin?
Horrible.
What is drugs taken from you, Mercedes?
My happiness, my life, like literally anything normal about my life, like any life.
What was Mercedes doing before heroin? Unfortunately, it started at 11. What were you doing, you know, before you did drugs? Well, what activities did you enjoy doing?
Oh, I was a cheerleader. I'm the oldest of 5 brothers and 1 sister. You know, I was a very happy, crazy kid because my grandparents, they spoiled me. They tried to, like, I guess, you know, over-spoil me to keep me from being upset.
What kind of music do you listen to?
All of it, literally, all of it.
What were you listening to back in the day when you were a little girl?
Just like the alternative rock and hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, country. I like the oldies too. Some of the oldies, you know, like Meatloaf and Brooks and Dunn, Garth Brooks.
Where was your safe place as a kid?
With my grandpa.
Your grandpa?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you missed them, huh?
Yeah.
Where would you like to see yourself in 2 years?
I want to quit everything, and I just want to give my babies a stable life. I want to be happy again. The 2 years I had sober before my mom died was the first time I realized that I didn't need drugs to function, and I could truly be happy, and like I could function day to day, and like the drugs were keeping me held back, and without drugs I had everything was okay. I could be okay without drugs, and I was good with that. I never thought I could be okay without drugs, but seeing I could, that's everything.
Hey Mercedes, we've got a lot of viewers that like to help our guests. If someone wanted to help you, how could they get a hold of you? Do you have an email address?
My email address is mercedesvalencia.1994@gmail.com.
Okay. What can people do for you? What do you need right now if someone wanted to help you?
Just like hygiene stuff. I've been trying to panhandle to get money to go to the truck stops to take a shower. Maybe a hotel room.
Okay. We're going to help you out in a little bit after the interview, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you survive out here?
I panhandle, which I'm really ashamed of. I never thought my life would be like this.
You ever work the streets?
No.
Never?
I don't judge people who do that, but I can't bring myself to do that.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you on these streets?
I've been, well, not here, but I've been chased here and like grabbed, but like back home I've been like gang raped and drugged.
Why did you come to Barstow?
My kid's father, my husband of the time, I was with him for 8 years, his family's from here, and we come for a month-long vacation, and then like 2 days before we were supposed to go home, his parents said, well, they kept the house here, you know. They said, oh, well, we're gonna move here. If you wanna move here, we'll go get your stuff in your truck, or if you wanna go home, you gotta find a way with the girls to get your own way home with your own money. So I had no choice. I never wanted to move here.
Do you know where to go for help if you wanted to get clean?
Kind of, but not really.
Is there a rehab around here?
I don't, like, I just, like, you know, probably, like, last September is when I started, like, you know, being out here. I'd never been away from my daughters more than 30 minutes up until, you know, all this stuff happened and came here.
What's your message to your kids?
Mommy loves you so much, and I'm gonna better myself and do better for you guys. I promise you that. I'm gonna give you the life you deserve.
Do you have anyone in your life that's not using that you're close to?
No. I don't have no family anymore.
What did you dream of becoming when you were a little girl?
A nurse or a doctor.
Aw. So you did get your GED or no?
No.
You're only 28. Let's say a subscriber can help you into a rehab and they can provide you transportation. Would you be willing to take it?
At this point, if I knew everything was legit, like for sure, and it wasn't something, yeah. I don't want to do it no more. I don't.
Do you think you've lost yourself in addiction, Mercedes?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How bad do you want sobriety?
I want it so bad because my babies deserve the real me, the normal me, the good me. I want to be the best mom to them and give the best life to them, and I can't do that when I'm like this.
You're so alert and cognizant. Can't imagine what you'd be like without drugs. Bet you're an awesome mom. What's the best thing about your life right now?
Just my kids. That's the only thing that's keeping me going.
What's your most cherished memory?
Having all my babies together and just us all together.
Are you currently in a relationship?
Kinda. It's complicated.
Yeah.
He's in jail right now, and then my kid's father's wanting to get back with me, but I don't know if I can forgive him.
Oh, he did something bad to you, huh?
Well, when his brother put me in jail on a false charge, then he just kind of ignored me for a month and a half.
You love animals?
Oh, I love animals. I'm a big animal person. Like I said, I grew up on a farm, and even though I'm severely allergic to cats, like when the weather was bad, I'd run around and get all the stray cats and bring them in the house, and my mom would always know because my face would swell.
Yeah? What kind of animals do you have on the farm?
Oh, we had all kinds of animals, but as I, got a little bit older, that's like when I was a baby, but when I got older, it was just the cats and the dogs, but like I would go to like other farms and work.
What kind of food do you like?
Steak.
Yeah? Can you cook?
Oh yeah, I can grill, I can cook, I can bake anything.
Yeah? Do you have a favorite song?
Creature by Jelly Roll, or Love Me by Colin Ray, or That's My Job by Conway Twitty.
Very good choices. You said you've been in jail though?
Yeah.
How many times?
Just twice.
What's the longest
or 3
thing?
times. Longest was 8 days.
8 days, okay, that's not that bad. Do you have a felony?
No, it was dropped to a misdemeanor.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. You like sports?
NASCAR.
NASCAR. When was the last time you went to a NASCAR?
When I was like 15.
What do you like about NASCAR?
Just I grew up and my family raced, and my grandma raced, like my whole family raced.
They raced?
Yeah, not in NASCAR, but like stock.
Oh yeah?
On the dirt tracks and stuff.
That sounds so much fun. What's your proudest accomplishment?
Like I feel like I literally f***ed up or failed at everything my entire life except for being a mom. Like that's something I was, if not messed up, like, I'm good at being a mom. That's what I'm meant to be. Without my kids, I'm nothing.
Hopefully you'll reunite with them very soon.
I see them I see my daughters every day, but like.
I mean permanently reunite.
Yeah.
All right, Mercedes, what's a question that I didn't ask you that you wished I would have asked you?
Well, like, I'm not proud of it, but I used to like to fight a lot. So my dad, before he went to jail, was going to put me in MMA classes, and he was also a personal trainer when he wasn't using. So like working out and just like doing like the training for fighting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You look like an MMA fighter. You really do.
I wish. Most people don't think I can fight because I'm little.
Would you like to get into it if someone offered you
an
opportunity?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you be willing to do for it? If an MMA sponsor or somebody's watching this, they're like, you know what, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Okay, you're muscular, you're healthy. What if someone was giving you the opportunity? Would you get clean for that opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you do have some experience?
Like just like a little bit. I only went for the classes when I was like 14 for like 2 weeks, because then my dad got sentenced to them 10 years.
You look like one of those MMA fighters. I forgot her name.
But I constantly would work out.
Yeah?
Like even when my dad was locked up.
Do you know any fighters? Any favorite fighters?
I haven't watched it in forever.
Is it Ronda Rousey or she?
Yeah, she's cool. She's bad.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, she's bad.
I watch a little bit of MMA. Maybe boxing or something.
I like MMA better.
Get your life together, maybe start a YouTube channel on your road to become an MMA fighter.
Yeah,
hopefully somebody can help you. Mercedes, what do you look for in a relationship?
Someone that's that's got a good vibe, that, like it's understanding and not judgmental, and like somebody can be weird and goofy and I can, like I said, vibe with, because I like to be weird and goofy if my immature moments, and I like to be silly, but someone I can also come to seriously and talk to. I like to talk a lot, and I'm very open. Yeah.
All right, Mercedes, you're a sweet young lady. I wish the best for you. Hopefully we can do an update. Do you have any questions for me?
No.